Sublimation video for you. I'm going to show you how to sublimate mugs that you can sell. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Jumping right inside of Sawgrass Creative Studio, I'm using my Sawgrass printer today. So right inside of Sawgrass Creative Studio, you can actually type out, say for example, mugs, and you can pull up all of these mug templates that they actually have for you. So you can just kind of scroll through here, or you could even narrow it down. So say for example, if I was looking for an 11-ounce mug, I could come right up here to the top and just start to type out 11 you could just do 11 or 11 ounce and you're going to see these mugs pop up. So you can narrow it even further. Or for example, even you can do 15-ounce mugs, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. We're going to click on one of these right here. And if you actually hover above it, it'll give you a little bit more information. So we're going to click on it. And as you can see, it's going to open it wide like this because this is a full wrap. You can either design right there in the front or you can wrap it. So it's going to give you the exact dimensions this is going to end up being, as well as your time and temp that you need. So let's go into designs and let me just show you, for example, if we were working with a single design in the front. So let's go ahead and click on this one here. What you would do is click on it and then you would just go ahead and hit select all, because these are all individual, so you could adjust it however you want, change the colors. So you're going to hit select all and then just size it down. So you guys can see right here I'm able to design right here on top of this mug. It's sized out perfectly for us and it's going to be ready to go. So looks good. I would be able to just hit print and send it to the printer. So let's go ahead and hit start new, and I'm going to show you another one here. So let's go back over here to our designs, and I'm actually going to switch to backgrounds this time. I'm going to show you guys a full wrap. So if we scroll on down here until we see holidays, I'm going to click on this one right here. There is tons of cute ones, guys. Lots of different designers in here as well. So if you guys wanted to do a full wrap, you would just click on one of these designs. Once again, all of these are individual pieces, so make sure that you click on select all. So before you start resizing, click on select all and then you can drag it out. So just grab these little corners right here and drag it out until you have completely covered this entire blank area. Even the gray border, you want to drag it all the way out beyond that gray border. That is your bleed line. So you guys can adjust this however you would like it to be, so you can move it up or down until you are happy with your design. So we're going to hit start new. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I like to do. So you can come down to custom canvas and you can type in those exact measurements. So I'm going to change it to inches. I'm going to put in 9 inches wide, and then I'm going to put in 4.75 high. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I'm getting this dimension. So for today, I'm using a 15-ounce mug. And what I like to keep on hand is these little rulers right here. You can get them in the sewing section. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the height and the width. So you're going to start out at that 0 and bring it down. So I'm getting about 4 1/4. So what I'm going to do is about 4.75. This is going to give me a quarter bleed on each side. I like to do this for the full wraps. So I've got 4.75 high. So once again, you can see that there. I'm just showing you now, just adjusting. I'm giving myself a 1/4 inch for that bleed. All right, so next thing you want to do is measure all the way around the side here, and actually come a little bit away from the handle because our mug press can only press so wide. So what I recommend you do is put this inside of, take the tape measure inside of your mug press and measure exactly how wide you can actually press. So I do about 9 inches or 9 1/4. You don't want to go over that because that's where you can get a little bit of ghosting on your edges. If you want a nice, clean, crisp edge, stick with that 9 1/4. All right, so if you were just doing a front face design, I would go ahead and just measure down and stick with around, 3 inches or so. You don't want to drag it all the way down on your mug. You want to do about a 3-inch design here, 3 1/4, and then I would measure my width. So what you can visually see of the front, I don't want to go no bigger than 3 to 4 inches wide. So that's where I get my dimensions. So what's exciting is here, whatever I throw in this box, that's going to be exactly perfect for my mugs. So let's go ahead and start off with a design. If I was doing a single front design, I would simply just click on my design here. And then once again, all of these are individual pieces. I would want to make sure that I would hit select all and then resize it all out at one time. So select all, grab your corners here and size down. Now what I can do here is I can start from top to bottom depending on how big I wanted this to be, or I could bring it down a little bit further. So let's go ahead and show you one more here. So what if it's a design where it has font? So I'm going to click on this one right here, just to show you guys that you could, this one right here, just to show you you can actually edit this font. So we're going to size it down really quickly. And then we're just going to go ahead and scoot it over. I like to scoot it over to where it's going to be, and then either, the left or right of the mug. So what you can actually do is click on this font here, and then you could come right over here on the side here, and you can change it up. So I could type in bye, for example. So be jolly or bye, or, retype. I could delete everything and type in a name. Or if I don't even want it, I could just click on it and hit trash. So you can actually change all of these pieces. You can change all the colors, etc. All right, so if it was a full wrap, same thing. I'd go to backgrounds. I'm going to go down to my holiday designs here, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick a super cute one. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down here just to show you there is several pages here. And once again, there's even more from different designers. So I'm going to click on this one here. Once again, these are all individual pieces. I could get rid of pieces if I wanted to. You're going to hit select all, size it out. Now, unselect everything. You want to make sure you do select everything, and we're actually going to grab it and move it around. So you can actually manipulate this to be wherever. So whatever trees you like more, you can manipulate that by making sure you hit select all and moving it around. All right, so once you're ready to print, you're going to go ahead and hit print. From here, we're going to choose our proper printer, what tray we're using, paper size, etc. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I want to print all of these out on one sheet because I want to make sure I'm utilizing my paper because I'm actually doing 3 mugs today. So I'm just making sure I've got ceramic mug, and for my color mode, I always like to choose vivid. This is going to be super bright. So then next, I'm going to go ahead and hit print. And so we're going to send this straight over to the print manager. But I'm actually going to stay right here inside of the design software because I want to send more to one sheet. All right, so let's go ahead and hit start new. Now, when you hit start new, it may take you all the way back to your mug, and that's okay. Hit custom canvas, your size is still there. All right, so what I'm actually going to do, since we're going to do a single design, like I talked about, the height, I don't want that 4.75. I don't need a bleed. I want my exact dimensions. So say, for example, I did that 4 inches. Because this design, I need it from top to bottom, but I don't need a bleed line on it. So I'm going to hit on Christmas again. And I want to show you guys, say, for example, if you ever see these ones right here that have this gray middle with a camera, that means you can replace that with a photo. So if you click on it, what you want to do is hit select all, and then we're going to size it down just as usual. And if I'm talking way too fast for you guys, you can definitely pause this and rewind. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and slide this over to whichever side of the mug I need it to be on. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide it over here. So like I said, I don't need a bleed line for this because it's going to be absolutely perfect. And I don't mind if there's a little space on bottom and top. All right, so what I need to do is go to galleries, and we are going to import a photo. So I've already imported this photo right here that we're going to use. So we're going to bring it in, and then we're going to resize it out so we can tuck it behind. So once it comes in here, you're just going to simply size it down like so. And I accidentally brought 2 of these in here, so let's size this down just like so. And then we'll actually scoot this over and hit trash so we can get rid of this one here. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of get this right on top of my design. And if you come over here to send backwards, we're going to start to send it to the back. So you can see those layers start to come through. Once you get to this gray layer, we're going to hit trash. So click on it, and then you're simply just going to hit trash. So now you can see our photo is popping right behind. I need to shorten this a little more. You can definitely just come to crop, and you can, select everything. So say, for example, I want her face to be bigger. I could crop it in a little bit further, just like so, hit crop. And then now I can just kind of, drag this down again using my little squares here. and then I could get this. Now, I could have gotten this perfect to where the beard was perfectly on her chin like this. It's totally up to you however you want to do it. So these designs, there's a ton of them, but that's how you're going to work with designs like this to where you can add a photo. You just need to get it in the background by sending to the back. As you guys can see, there is several of them to choose from. So that is it. So we are going to, I'm actually going to scroll down here really quickly. You can either add in a design on the back of the mug, or for example, if you want to personalize it even further, go to text. I'm going to go to the font here right inside of Creative Studio, and then I'm just going to go ahead and quickly zoom through here and pick a font. So I'm going to go ahead and come right over here. Just kind of keep scrolling over, and I think I'm going to choose this one right here, Cookie. You're going to click on it, come over to this blank box, and you can start to type out whatever you want. So say, for example, I'm going to put Samantha, and then I'll put 2021. So if it was a family photo, you could do, you know, the Thomases, Christmas 2021, and then you're just going to size this out. And then you are going to just kind of center it up, because what I want to do is I'm trying to create this to where I could wrap it around my mug in one swoop. So you can either, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, you can design it to where you're going to be able to just wrap it around your mug like a full wrap, or you can actually just cut this in half in a minute and then put it in 2 pieces. You're going to hit print. Now, the important thing is you're going to choose the exact same print settings as before. So US letter, you know, ceramic mug, and then photographic. Now, why didn't I choose the 11 by 17 right away? Because I want to show you that you can change that over here. You can either all send it to 11 by 17 paper, or you can change it over here. So once you get to your print manager, you see we have 3 projects going on. I want them all to be on one sheet. So what do we need to do? Go over here to your, you can either change it to bypass tray, do this right away, but I'm not going to. I'm going to come to layout first. So come to your page size and adjust it. We're going to go down to the 11 by 17. So actually I'm going to start with the 8.5 by 14 just to show you guys. With an 8.5 by 14, you're going to get 2 mugs, right? So we're going to go down to 11 by 17, and you're going to see now all 3 of our mugs are going to print on one sheet. But I want a gap in between, so that way I can easy cut it with my paper trimmer. Go to your spacing right here under layout, and then you can just add as much spacing in between. You see how it's starting to gap out over here? So just get as much spacing as you would like. So once you're happy with this, go to materials, double check, and then we are simply going to hit print. Now that we have printed this out, you can see that they're all on one sheet. So if you guys are ever wondering how you're going to be able to get, you know, multiple prints on one, that is how you're going to do it. All right, so we have our designs ready to go, so let's go ahead and trim them out with our paper trimmer. You could use scissors or a paper trimmer, makes it so much easier. So what I'm trying to do is line it up and perfectly trim at the bottom and the top of our design. We're going to remove our sides, and easy peasy, you have a full wrap. Now when it comes to our bottom design here, same thing. We're going to start with the full piece here, you can with the red, and then it's going to line everything up. So I'm just going to get a little bit on that side. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys, if I was going to wrap it, I'm going to look at the name. The name's perfect, but if I flip this around, what does it look like from this side? So it's actually over to the right a little bit, so I'm going to actually have to cut this in half. And that's what I want to show you guys today, is it's okay. So if I design this out like this and it's not going to fully wrap, it's all right to just slow down and cut it in half. So always double check yourself before you just press it. All right, so now I've got these in 2 separate pieces, and now I'm going to be able to perfectly line these up just like so. So I am going to just show you really quickly that everything is going to be perfect like this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get everything out of our way and get ready to go. All right, so what you want to do next is you need to clean your mug. You don't want to skip this step with rubbing alcohol in a clean cloth. For example, this is a eyeglass cloth, and it's perfect. All right, so I wanted to show you guys, if you are trying to figure out your design, so if you hold it in your right hand, that's going to be the front. If you're holding it in the left, this is going to be your front. So always find out, whoever you're gifting this for, do they hold it in the right or the left? So that's your first step. Next up, we want to get some heat tape here. So I wanted to show you, you can actually use your little tape dispenser if you have one. If not, get a, roll up a wash rag or something like that to hold that handle up for you. So we're just going to get 2 pieces of tape here. I'm going to prop that up there on my tape dispenser. And now what we're going to do is we are just going to line these up on our mug. So I'm going to take my first design here, and it's going to go on this side right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and line it up. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to get one piece of tape down on this side here. And one thing you want to make sure with this design is that I'm even top to bottom. So since this is not like a full bleed from top to bottom, I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm definitely making sure this is an even design. So anything that's big like this, double check yourself. And then you want to pull super tight. So you want to make sure there is no gap in between and then apply your tape. So you're just kind of pushing towards the other side and then you're going to tape it. So always double check yourself, make sure there is no gaps underneath, and then you are going to be good to go. So let's go ahead and flip it over and get the back side. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 2 more pieces of tape here. And then I'm going to go ahead and prop this up once again. And then I'm going to go ahead and rub it again. If you feel like you're touching it too much, definitely feel free to do that. And then we are just going to go ahead and apply our tape to this side. So I'm just kind of paying attention, making sure I can see through here, making sure the Samantha looks nice and centered. Now this mug is ready to press. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one out of our way, and we're going to get ready for a full wrap. So when it comes to the full wrap, you guys seen that I've gave myself a 1/4 of an inch on the top and the bottom. So there's not a bleed line on the side. So the full length is not a bleed line, just the top and the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and rub this once again, removing any sort of lint or debris, and go ahead and get myself 2 more pieces of tape. So you always want to do that first before you start lining everything up. All right, so next we're just going to go ahead and take our design, and what you want to do is get it in the center just like this. So I'm just making sure it's even at the top, and it doesn't have to be, depending on your design, you don't have to be really precise on the top and the bottom. Just get it exactly where you want it. The sides is where you need to pay attention. Just get your handle nice and centered. Once you have done that, tape it again. And then what I like to do is just kind of grab it like this and then push. Just push like this, nice and tight, and then add your next piece of tape. That's all it takes, just like this. Now, this is ready to go. I'm double checking. There's no gaps, top or bottom. So this mug is ready. So let's go ahead and take both of these over to the mug press. Now today I am using the Cricut mug press. It's so easy because you simply turn it on, and once it's heated up, you don't need to set a time or temp or anything. It's ready to go. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of pushing the bottom and the top. That way it's going to wrap around for that press. And you're just going to simply slide this down even on both sides, and then you're going to press it down. And then just simply walk away. Once it beeps, you're ready to go. You're going to pop it back open, and then I'm going to pull it out and set it aside. So I just have like a Cricut pad here. For example, I have granite countertops, so I could actually set it straight on the countertop. I'm going to load in my next one and press it just like that. All right, so now that we have pressed our mugs, all you're simply going to do is let them completely cool down. So they're cool to the touch here, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull away that tape. So if you get it just like this and pull straight down that tape, it's just going to unwrap so easy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this here just like so. And look at these colors. Are they not absolutely gorgeous? I know I've showed you guys this design before, but it's one of my favorites right now. It's Christmas time, and this color combo is gorgeous. So you can see how perfect that 9 inches is. So once again, measure the inside of your mug press and double check, you know, how wide can you go? 9.25 or 9 inches. You don't need a bleed line for that length. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to unwrap our single design here to see how it looks. So we're just going to go ahead and peel it just like this. Once again, I'm trying to show you guys, but it's not going to come off super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this away and get this tape off. Now you guys can already see a sneak peek of that red. Look at how gorgeous this red came out. Now a little tip from me, before I print, if I haven't printed in a while, I always do a nozzle check. Go into your settings, do a nozzle check real quick, and if you need to do a print head clean, it takes 2 seconds, and you are always going to have that perfect print. So as you guys can see here, we've got our name on the back and then our gorgeous print on the front. So I love how this came out, but that's how you guys are going to use these designs. You could sell these, you can make them for gifts, make them for yourself. So if you guys are looking for a last minute Christmas gift, highly recommend you guys check it out. So let's go ahead and double check our other one here so you guys can see how super cute this came out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.